Hello, welcome. Welcome to my channel, Healing with a Majestic Sunset. I am Artest Serena, and we're going to just jump right into the reading. I did most of my shuffling off camera for the sake of time. And on the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess and the Page of Swords. So for what I gather from this so far is that somebody is watching you, of course, and they have you in their sights. Maybe somebody's getting some type of a foresight about you. They see you in this high priestess energy, and it makes them sad. You know, it's like, and you might know, whoever this is for you, you might know, being in this high priestess energy, who this person is. But anyway, this is going to be a collective read, and take what's yours, leave what's not. And I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Okay, we have the first card out is the Two of Wands with the Eight of Swords. So for some of you, probably feel a little stuck, not being able to go towards whatever your plans, whatever these plans were. Maybe something held you up from these plans. And you may have felt stuck to a whatever situation. You know, this girl here, she's holding on to the future plans, but she's still not where she wants to be. So for a lot of you, wherever you are right now, you're anticipating something better. A lot of you are probably exhausted. Being in this energy, you might be mentally exhausted. Stress. So for a lot of you, you might be you probably coming from a place of being very stressed. You probably felt a little hopeless, whatever situation this is that kept you bound. This probably was family for some of you, a company, a job that you felt stuck and tied to, some type of a family dynamic that you felt like you couldn't leave. And it could be also that whatever situation this is in your recent past, that maybe somebody knows that you want to make plans to go towards something else in the future, and they could be feeling stressed about that. But for the majority of you, you're probably not telling anybody your future plans. You're just holding on to them. You may have plans to travel or move to a different location, a new city, a new state, a new country, but are you just making plans just to travel? But whatever this is, you would like to, feel a sense of freedom. Page of Cups. And for some of you, Page of Cups to the Lovers. For some of you, if some of you were of your parents out there, a lot of you probably felt tied or felt like you couldn't do certain things because you had children, and children come first. You made them a priority. This is also someone that you had some type of a divine union with. They may be making plans maybe to apologize to come in with some type of a message of love. This might have them stressed out. Five of Wands. There's a lot of inner conflict, this could be someone juggling finances. This could be you or someone else in your energy that's been juggling finances, that's been juggling partners. You probably felt juggled by this person, but whoever is part of this situation, it was very stressful. It wasn't very stable. Queen of Swords. To the Moon. So whatever is hidden, you found yourself wanting the truth about a situation. It's probably brought you some inner conflict. It probably made you feel like you had to be more defensive or protective over yourself, your energy. And it's also, it could be someone who have kind of harsh communication. Like I said, it could be family. Nine of Cups. So you probably feel a little hopeful in a hopeless situation, whatever the situation that you possibly felt hopeless in. You're probably seeing some hope. You're seeing where your wishes can be fulfilled. And maybe somebody is watching you be in this more happy, fulfilled energy. You started investing emotionally in yourself. You started to put yourself first. Whatever situation this is, it taught you how to put yourself first. Because a lot of times when we're dealing with selfish people and we see how they move, you learn your lesson and you start learning how to put yourself first. You learn how to be not so overly emotional. A lot of you probably didn't have much emotions to give for a past situation, and that could have stressed somebody out. Maybe you were stressed out and you didn't really, you were exhausted emotionally. Encouraged, yeah. This is the energy that you're in. You're encouraged to keep going. You got, this happy, whatever it is that you made plans for is making you happy. It's changing your energy. It's something that or maybe you're just curious and encouraged to go toward these plans that you're currently having. Ten of Pentacles. To the Lovers. So you guys, presently, you feel like you will get your wish fulfilled. You feel hopeful for at the present moment. You feel very abundant. And whatever this is, this Nine of Cups energy that you presently feel, is gonna actually bring whatever your wishes are to the physical. And if your Your wish is to have a divine counterpart or meet your divine counterpart or someone that really loves you the way that you would love them. You're being encouraged to keep the faith, to try to keep yourself happy. And a lot of you have been keeping yourself happy, even if you're in a situation that you really don't want to be in. You're in an environment possibly that you know that you're not going to stay. So this is a place, if you're coming from a place to where you felt a little tied up somewhere for whatever reason, you already know those times won't last always. We have the Page of Wands. There could be some good news coming in about a job, with the Three of Pentacles here. Some type of a collaboration may be lucrative, bringing in new opportunities, being happy, having your heart open, and being lighthearted. It will bring you in some good things, new opportunities. You're encouraged to go towards these new opportunities. The Star. You're definitely being encouraged to go towards these new opportunities. This healing, this emotional healing that you're going through or you have gone through in the past is making your dreams come a reality. And that's why you're probably in this Nine of Cups happy energy. Five of Pentacles. You guys had to do a lot of healing. A lot of healing in your finances, inner healing. You had to get on your path. You had to heal from a lot of betrayal. Yes, if someone made you feel left out in the cold, if your finances wasn't all too good, a lot of these things are being healed at this present moment. These things are hidden from the outside world. So if you were going through some financial hardships, it's like you wasn't going around telling anybody, these things. You kind of kept this to yourself. And as you were doing the healing work, so being in this lack energy, those days are coming to an end. If you're, currently still going through some of this, through this healing, this definitely won't last. It won't last. These dark days won't last. Yeah, you just have to be very receptive. You have to be open for this change. Start, feeling energetically, get excited. You had to pull yourself out of this energy. And if you're currently going through feeling a sense of lack as you're going through this healing, it's time to get excited. It's time to change that energy. It's time to be receptive to what the universe has to offer you. It's time for whatever these emotions were. You probably did a lot of crying. You were just watering. You were watering your seed. But I see you being very receptive, very open to this healing that you're doing. Okay. Nine of Cups in reverse to the Chariot. Yeah, you're moving out of this energy. You probably felt like, what was hidden, you probably showed up with a smile on your face in a lot of situations. But what was hidden is that no one knew what you were going through. You were able to you're able to pull yourself out of this energy of not getting your wishes fulfilled, not having enough. This lack mentality for some of you could be just, a poverty mindset. You guys are coming out of that energy. You're balanced. Your emotions are being balanced. This healing that you're going through is helping to bring you out of this energy of not being fulfilled, not being happy, not having enough, feeling like you wasn't enough. You're coming out of this lack. Three of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles. You're gonna be stable. A lot of you could be understudies. Did I say Three of Pentacles? I apologize. So that might mean something to someone. You might be an understudy of some sort. You probably coming from a place right now that you've gotten some help with, whether it's going back to school to help out your finances or some skills you're working on. But this is the Eight of Pentacles, and you've put in a lot of work on yourself. And this work is definitely stabling out your inner world, and your outer world soon follows what you feel on the inside. What you are on the inside, your outer world will reflect that. You will be more stable in your 3D world. Whatever it is you're working on, like I said, you're working a lot on yourself. This could be your physical health, that you're doing some healing. Someone may be healing from a surgery. That's what I heard. Someone may be healing from some type of a surgery, possibly. But all this work that you've put in on yourself, this won't be in vain. It will not be in vain. Let's see. You collective, how are you feeling right now? What's the energy that you're sitting in right now? Let's see what that energy is. Whether it's the energy that you're in right now or how you feel about this situation. Definitely, you're open. You're being very receptive. Some of you going through the dark night of the soul. You're having this rebirth. The universe is giving back to you because this is an energy change. So it's like, once your energy change of being in this impoverished mindset or whatever conditions these are, bored in the reverse. So a lot of you were tired. Maybe somebody embarrassed you. Somebody didn't give enough. They breadcrumbed you. This person, this is giving me like that Four of Cups energy, that somebody just was acting like they wasn't interested or bored with your energy. Or maybe you were bored with somebody breadcrumbing you, because this is you. You're ready to get back what you've been giving out. And you're coming out of this energy of being bored, this lack mentality. Whatever this is, you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that, and somebody else may be embarrassed of how they breadcrumbed you, how they acted uninterested, how they might be embarrassed because they may have missed an opportunity to give to you, to exchange energies with you because they didn't take it when they had the chance. This could even be a job. They had the chance to give you a raise, give you what your true value, give more back to you, but they took more than they gave. And a lot of you are coming out of being discontent. You're just moving on and you're ready for something else. You're ready to be blessed by the universe. You're ready to be in this abundant energy where you're getting back what you've been giving out. This is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you're ready for your finances, Justice. You're ready for your finances to improve. Uh-oh, that's thunder. Definitely. You guys are waiting for you're waiting for your finances to improve. You ready to be stable. You're tired of being in the energy of being bored and not being fulfilled and not getting back what you were worth. Not having enough to pay your bills. Possibly you could be going through a divorce. And maybe some of you did have to take handouts to help. Maybe the justice system had to come in and give you some finances, to give you some money that's owed to you by a spouse or ex-spouse. You could be this person's ex-wife, and that maybe they have to pay some alimony, some child support, or something. You could be going to court or going back to court. I just heard back to court to maybe get more child support or get something that's owed to you. Maybe if you guys have shared children with someone and you have a lot of bills that they're not helping you with that's pertaining to the children, it's very well possible that if you're thinking about going to court, you will get what's owed, what's fair. What's fair is for you guys to probably split the bills in half. This is the Two of Swords, and it came out in the reverse. So your finances are no longer going to be blocked. If you had some trouble with your finances and things just got destroyed, a relationship got destroyed, you're not going to be blocked from getting what was owed to you. Yep, Ace of Swords. That is the absolute truth. You will get. You will not be blocked. Your finances will no longer be blocked. If you just had a poverty mindset, King of Cups at the bottom. If you had a poverty mindset, healing your heart and opening up your heart, you're gonna find yourself that your finances will start to improve. You're going to improve because you're going through a major transformation. And Lovers at the bottom. So you definitely are coming into some type of a union. It could just be you and the Most High. This is the Hermit to the Hierophant. So you guys went in and you did the work. You did this inner work. Everything you've done with integrity, high morals, high standards, and that has not gone unnoticed. But a lot of you did take accountability for whatever part you played in whatever decisions that you made in your life, or whatever things you kind of allow people to do to you. You're taking accountability. You're going in and you're healing. And you're healing your childhood traumas. I heard childhood traumas. So you're healing your inner child. Let's see. Lonely. This was a lonely journey for you. Confident, but you build up your confidence. Um, this is your current environment. You might be in hermit mode right now, and this has been a lonely journey. And being in hermit is a little lonely. Maybe someone wanted to make you feel isolated and lonely, but you just went on ahead in hermit mode and kind of retreated from the world, from relationships. Your energy is showing up different. Even if you're going to work, the Hierophant in the reverse to the Two of Wands. Let's see why this Hierophant is in the reverse before I say what I'm thinking. Devil. Yeah, somebody's hoping. Maybe in isolation. I don't know if this is you or someone else. You being so silent, someone probably thinks you're not you're doing something in the dark that's not of integrity, of high morals. um the Star, somebody does not want you to heal and show up, and they don't want you to look like after you come out of isolation. If you're in isolation in this hermit mode, they don't want you to look like the healed version of yourself. They want you to still appear toxic. This could be a person that you're isolating yourself from, that whether it's family or whatever, you're withdrawing. You're no longer a slave to religion. Of a lot of you, that's what I just heard. For some of you, a lot of you, you're no longer a slave to religion, family traditions. You're kind of being like this rebel. And that's how people are looking at you, possibly, that you're being a rebel. They might think that if you left religion, that you're going towards something that's toxic and demonic. If you're in the spiritual community, of course, if you're over here, it's very, likely that you guys are in this. You went from religion to spirituality. A lot of people think you're doing something dark, and that's why you're isolating yourself. But you guys are just in hermit mode, healing your inner child. You're healing whatever you was bound to. You're healing that. You're no longer bound and a slave to religion. If that's was one of the things that was keeping you hindered and in this unhealed state. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. Right. So whatever this demonic energy was, whatever had you bound, it no longer has any power over you. With the Strength being here and the Ace of Wands in the reverse, it no longer has any power over you. You have overcome. You had the energy to overcome this. This was a test. If this is you leaving religion, this was definitely a test, a testament of your strength to no longer take action in that direction anymore. But a lot of you found yourself, once you went into hermit mode and you start doing this healing, a lot of you put yourself in a corner and you put some pictures up on the wall because you knew you had a lot of work to do. Yeah, Yeah, but whatever this attachment was, it no longer has any power over you. You're not taking action towards it. If this is a person that wants to keep you bound, they no longer can keep you bound to their sexual energy. And it could be someone who is not of integrity, that kind of misuses their body and their sexual energy, and they're hoping that, maybe in the past you did abuse your sexual energy at some point, not really knowing. Like, before you start, waking up, a lot of us did abuse our sexual energy. We gave to people that did not deserve us, that made us feel lonely. A lot of you were married to someone and you felt lonely as a married man or a married woman. You felt very lonely but bound to a situation. This is the Four of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, no longer having power over you. You let this go. Whatever that wants to leave your life, you're letting it leave. Eight of Wands in the reverse. You're, like I said, you're taking no more action towards anybody or anything that kept you stuck and bound. Two of Wands in reverse. You're making no plans of going back. You're ending whatever you're coming from. This is dead. It's gone. 10 of Swords. You're done. No more overthinking. No more being betrayed. No more betraying yourself. You are done. You're done, collective. Let's see. What are you hoping for? Or if this is something you're fearing, let's see what that is. Yeah, so whatever this is that had a hold on you, you're letting this go. You're not taking action towards it. Anybody that's coming towards you in this type of your energy, you're not responding. And this also could be evil eye, dark magic being sent to you, is going right back to the sender. You're being released from whatever hold this was on you, on your mind, on your heart, on your soul. I just heard. You're releasing yourself. You're being released. You're setting your soul free. You're no longer a slave to whatever this situation is. You're no longer a slave to religion. You're no longer a slave to your family that's toxic. You rather be lonely. You rather be by yourself than to be with a bunch of people. And a lot of you did feel lonely, even though people were around. These people probably made you feel like you were just wasting your time. Seven of Pentacles. You probably felt like you were wasting your time, whatever situation, but you were just and other people hope that you would waste your time with their foolishness. They can hold you up in this demonic energy and stay attached to you. But you guys ran, this Knight of Swords at the bottom, you guys ran towards, planting seeds elsewhere. And you're confident that something is going to grow. Whatever you're investing in right now is going to grow. You're investing in yourself is definitely going to grow. But whatever it is that you're going to plant, the seeds you're going to plant from here on out, you're going to make sure it's something that will grow, because it's something that you're going to selfishly do for yourself. You're no longer investing with anybody else. You're going to do this investment on your own, so that no one else can mess up those plans. Ooh, it's a lot. Yeah, somebody is very discouraged. Maybe you guys have been discouraged. Like I said, maybe you felt like you wasted your time in the past. Your seeds didn't, whatever you were investing in, you were discouraged that it didn't grow. It didn't grow properly, especially if you were investing in a relationship, or you know, if this was a job or with family members. It did not grow the way that you expected it to grow. And a lot of you probably did feel hopeless and unsafe, with the safe being in the reverse. You probably did feel very hopeless and unsafe. Whatever it is that you invested in the past, because when you invest with other people, you can't control the outcome too much. But this investment that you're going towards, that's gonna work for you, is gonna be something that's just for you. If this is if this money related, you might just invest in your own business or a skill on the side until something grows financially to where you're stable enough to leave a job, leave a family dynamic that you no longer feel safe in, that you feel that is a hopeless situation. Judgment. Absolutely. You answered your call. You answered your call with this Knight of Wands at the bottom. You taking action towards planting, like I said, seeds somewhere else. You answered when Gabriel sounded that horn. You answered. You answered the call to, in a lot of you woke up to the point, to the fact that you were investing in things that just made you feel hopeless and unsafe and discouraged. You woke up to that. And as you were going through this awakening, Nine of Wands here, you've been protecting yourself. Maybe the universe, your ancestors probably told you how to protect yourself, but you're an overcomer. You persevered through this situation. You definitely persevered, and you don't have any intentions of going back to any chaos, any confusion. You're this environment that was very combative. Nobody wins. You're done. You woke up to the fact that you was fighting a losing battle. You know, just because you're resilient doesn't mean that you get to stay, tied to these people until your last day. You're tired. You're worn out. You realize that you were wounded, and you needed to set boundaries and protect yourself. You're protecting whatever it is that you're investing in now, whatever it is you're growing now, within and outside of you. You're protecting that. You're setting boundaries so nobody can mess up what you're growing. And maybe somebody also is discouraged that they know that you no longer feel safe around them, safe in their energy. You feel like you have to protect yourself, but this King of Wands here, you're definitely persevering, and you have a lot of action energy, action oriented energy to press on. You have the energy to do it. This could be a business too, because the King of Wands could be a business owner with this Six of Pentacles here. And this also could be someone that wants to come in and invest in you, and they possibly feel discouraged and hopeless because you don't trust them, and they know that you don't trust them because they've been in this King of Wands type of energy, kind of just passionate, but you're not, they didn't show much work. They didn't invest much into your situation. This is the Sun reverse. Yeah. You no longer taking action towards things that doesn't make you happy, that kind of makes you feel depressed or sad. This King of Swords at the bottom, this is a person, this is a situation that, that probably satisfied you in the past, but you no longer feel the passion. You no longer feel that passion. You're losing the excitement, the passion for whatever situation that you felt unsafe in, that you felt like you had to defend yourself. Some of you probably coming from a place of depression. Maybe this is a person that shows up in this King of Wands energy, somebody from your past, with the Six of Cups being here, but you no longer are happy with the things that happened to you in the past. You don't have really happy memories. The Three of Cups here, you don't really have that many happy celebratory memories with whatever this is that you invested in your past, and you didn't see the real fruits of all of your labor. So you're hoping for the best. It look like some of you are hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. And you possibly have to get out of that energy. You have to prepare for the best and stay hopeful that the outcome will be what you desire. And maybe somebody hoped that you stayed in this discouraged, hopeless, unsafe energy, because in that energy, you can't persevere out of it. This is also be the things in society. They're hoping that us collectively as a whole, we're not able to get from underneath them. And a lot of these people at the top, they are losing hope because they already know that us as a whole don't feel safe with them. From these governmental shutdowns and all this, you don't feel safe already. So you might as well invest where you want to invest. You might as well do what you want to do to set yourself free. And if you're going through, you're no longer being a slave, you're setting yourself free. You realize that you have all the power you need to change your situation. But if we're talking about family and different soulmates, they just didn't make you happy. You felt, like you wasted your time. You just felt discouraged and just unhappy with whatever past situation this is. You just felt unhappy in this place. And a lot of you just don't look like where you came from. You don't look, you showed up with a smile on your face even though you wasn't happy. Maybe people are unable to read you and really get your real emotions. They don't really get how you really feel. Okay, let's see what the near future holds for you guys. Let's see near future. Eight of Pentacles. You guys put in that work. You putting in that work is devastating other people around you, the Tower. And the devastation could just merely coming from that you're not paying them any attention. Your focus, these people can't scatter your energy all over the place anymore, even if it's on a job. You're doing your job and you're going home. They can no longer get you to stay longer. They no longer can get you to do all this multitasking, because when you spread your energy around like that, that's how they're able to siphon. Yeah, that's how resistant here with guilty. You're very resistant when it comes down to putting in work or extra work anywhere else. Like I was saying, that they can cipher your energy when you're all scattered. They don't want you to be focused. They want you to resist change, because if you resist change, you cannot move forward. But you're focused. Three of Pentacles. You are definitely focused. I just heard Snoop Dogg, got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. So a lot of you are just going towards total abundance. Empress at the bottom. You're walking into this abundant energy. This is near future. For a lot of you, you're here now. But you're just putting in the work. You had to possibly enhance your skills, taking up some classes. But you guys are building a firm foundation after this tower fell. This tower here. After this tower fell, it could have been emotionally, you guys went through this tower. So maybe it was hidden. People couldn't see this. Yeah, King of Cups in the reverse. Like I said, this could have been an emotional tower, something just on the inside. You were emotionally withdrawn. Whatever this situation is, it no longer served your higher good, your highest good. Now you're focused. Because when your energy is focused, no one can steal your energy. They can't cipher your energy from you, because you're focused. You're focusing your energy somewhere else, so they cannot scatter your energy to steal it from you. You're no longer letting your emotions be all over the place. No one can emotionally manipulate you into doing something against your own will or against yourself. That's right, because you've gone through enough. Three of Swords. You've gone through enough. This is a lot of emotional pain, and you're coming out of whatever pain this is that you probably felt maybe resistant to let go of. You're letting go of this by being focused, possibly focus on your work. And this could have been someone who is withdrawing. They're lying to themselves about how they really feel about you, and they're just working so they don't have to feel this pain. The Four of Swords at the bottom here. So this is like a lot of emotional trauma that someone needs to heal from or had to heal from. And maybe by you being focused in the future, someone will have some type of regret, and they're going to feel guilty. They're going to feel guilty about not putting the work in with you, with being so resistant to change. Somebody didn't want to change, and they were very resistant to this change. So now you're focused. Since they were resistant to this change or putting work in with you, you're focusing on something else right now. You're not focused on this this emotional pain that you've gone through. And that's what people were hoping against. This is the high priestess reverse and the lovers reverse. You are definitely, if this was a divine union of some sort, or you thought it would have been a divine union, you're definitely totally withdrawing from this. And someone was definitely hoping that you couldn't see the truth about them, that you were so, that you would be so focused on them that you wouldn't be able to heal, because that's the only way that they could stay in your energy. Someone doesn't want you to heal because they don't want you to be off of that timeline, but it's coming to an end. Jesus, fell on the floor. Four of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Swords. So what you can look forward to, if any of you are felt trapped in a marriage, or felt trapped living with someone that and you didn't want to be there, you're definitely gonna let that go. You're no longer gonna feel tied and trapped and bound to a situation. King of Pentacles to the Moon. You guys probably don't even see that you'll be able to afford your own place. If you're someone that's living with someone and you don't want to be there anymore, or if this is a marriage that's splitting up, you will have enough income for your own place. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. And whoever these people are, this person is, this situation, they're going to watch you move on to something new love. You're going to have, you're going to start something new with your finances so you can have your own place. A lot of you may just want to own your own home, and your finances will grow. You just have to keep investing and nurturing whatever these seeds that you're wanting to grow. You just have to stay on top of it and nurture it. But these people, your enemies, you're gonna flourish right in front of them. They're gonna see you step into this new energy of loving yourself and just nurturing your children, if you have children, nurturing whatever project you're gonna invest in. They're gonna watch you level up your life and watch you get all new, beautiful, exciting things for your future. Four Swords to the Ten of Cups. You guys doing a lot of healing. A lot of healing from possibly you felt stuck in a family dynamic with family. You've done some thinking. A lot of you, you are dreamers out there. You've been dreaming of something better, something new, something blue. I just heard something blue. But You're no longer going to be stuck in a situation you don't want to be in. You're seeing things for exactly how you need to see them. Um, a lot of you are trying to manifest finances, something new. You're dreaming of better. You're dreaming of a better future, and I see that you can bring your dreams into reality with all these pinnacles out here. You definitely, whatever dream that you have, you definitely can bring these dreams into um, fruition. And whatever situations you were dealing with, these people were arrogant. They were very arrogant. And somebody is really tired of themselves. This arrogant person, they're really tired of themselves. They feel a lot of guilt. Like I said earlier, they felt a lot of guilt. They're gonna regret how they treated you. That they were resistant to change. They were stubborn. They wouldn't put in the work. This person, or these people that I'm talking about, they probably ignored you a lot by working a lot to try to so they wouldn't have to put in the work in this relationship. Whoever these people are, or this person is, or whatever situation this is, they were definitely resistant to change. They wouldn't put in any work, even if this is just someone that you have to leave behind, because they wouldn't even put in the work on themselves to heal. But you're just going to remain focused. They're going to this person or situation this is, they're tired of themselves. These people were arrogant, they were smug, and I just feel like they were very ungrateful. I just feel like these people were very ungrateful, hotheads, hotheads, you know. And you're probably a person that showed a lot of gratitude. Um, but this is the energy that these people around you were possessing. They have this miserable energy about themselves. But anyway, collective, they won't have anyone to blame but themselves. They won't have anyone to blame but themselves, and you will get your happily ever after. Think I saw the 10 of cups. Yeah, 10 of cups. You will get your happily ever after. If your happily ever after includes a new home, you're definitely getting it, because of all the healing that you've done in yourself, and you're going to have a reason to celebrate. You're definitely going to have a reason to celebrate. Some of you will have a divine union that comes into your life. You're going to be on that timeline for something healthy. A healthy reconciliation comes with change behavior. Healthy reconciliation does, if this is somebody that you're going to reconcile with from your past, this person will be apologetic. And how you know that they're apologetic is because they're going to come with change behavior. And it's going to be your job to pay attention that their actions matches their words. And for some of you, you're just going to reconcile with somebody, you're going to come in an alignment with a divine union from somebody that you've known and been together with in a past life. But for all of you that this resonates with, you are definitely in alignment with the universe. You are one with the universe, and you're in a union with yourself and the Most High. But anyway, Colette, this is what you're reading. Sorry if I stuttered a little bit. It's because I'm just not. I'm still getting used to being on camera. I'm still getting used to speaking publicly. But but despite all of that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you got something out of it. Um, take what's yours, leave the rest. It could be past, future, or present, whatever this reading, however it resonates for you. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I love y'all, and I will see you all in the next reading. Bye. Or should I say, see you later.